So here we are at the Kennedy Space Center in Cape Canaveral, Florida. They got a space shuttle Atlantis is here, so I definitely wanted to come see that one. It's actually the one that has been in space a few times, and I've seen the USS Enterprise space shuttle in Washington, but it is not the one that really actually went into space. It was just a mock-up to go on the 747 when they were doing their trials, so I really want to see a real one up close. Back behind the ticket kiosk there, they got the actual booster rockets that actually take it up there, which is kind of cool. Kind of cool life-size, actually real ones. So we'll definitely have to check that out. This place is extremely crowded. It's going to be a zoo. Over here we have the, well, you can't see it quite here, but anyway, we have a countdown because tomorrow, I believe it's Boeing, they're launching another rocket from here, so there's the countdown for that that's going on right there. So we have to go get our tickets now, and this is the crazy part. We paid 10 bucks just to park the car, and it's going to cost us $150 for us to get in here to see stuff that we already paid for with our taxpayer money, and now we're paying to see it again, and we've already paid for it. That's just freaking crazy. So this whole thing is going to be $160 just to go in and see stuff we've already paid for with our money. Crazy. Anyway, what else are you going to do, right? Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and go get our tickets, and oh yeah, we still got to go through security over there. And once we get inside, we'll get back with you.
A few moments later.
Well, we just got inside. Security was really quick. TSA should maybe take some lessons from them.
It is 88 feet tall.
The rocket
takes to the moon 4 times the height of this rocket, 363 feet tall. And this rocket weighs 66,000 pounds. The Saturn V, 6.2 million pounds. So just getting something that heavier and larger off the ground, well, that would have been quite an accomplishment. But we had to do so much more than just get a rocket off the ground. Our next rocket, right to the left of it, that's the Mercury Atlas rocket. If you look up top,
well, that's pretty cool. They got the little capsules. You can actually go in and see how big / small they are. I think I saw over here. I think that was a Mercury.
We want someone to go up and actually orbit the Earth. And that man is
this one kind of looks like a Mercury. I think this is a Mercury too.
They bring John Glenn up the tower. They open the door. They put it inside.
They're not real, obviously, just mock ones. Oh, and that's I think a Gemini one.
But then we had some issues on the ground.
So it's kind of cool. You can actually see the size that it actually was.
So John Glenn ended up sitting on top.
But right now we're going to head over to
3 hours and 44 minutes.
the Atlantis, because I want to see that before this place turns into a totally crazy wild zoo. So we're going to head over there right now, and then we'll come back and look at the other stuff. But I think according to the map, it's over there by the boosters over there. So we're going to head over there, and we'll meet up with you then. Alright, just coming up to the Atlantis booster, that is, booster rockets. Got the solid boosters on the outside and the liquid inside, liquid oxygen. Woof. We're gonna head on over there. I was trying to get here before I did all the other stuff first, because I mean, they're just buses lined up and lined up and lined up with people coming here, going through security. The guy says, "Where are you from?" We said New Mexico. He goes, "Oh, you're a local." He goes, basically, if you're from the States, you're local anymore. It's like, okay. Look at the size of this thing. Holy smokes. Jeez. Those things are a lot bigger than you see on TV when they launch and they fall off and drop into the ocean. Holy cow. I didn't realize those boosters were that big. Wow. cow. Woo. Jeez. Huh. That's crazy. This guy calls to us, Carl Sagan, billions and billions and billions of years ago. Boy. Alright, let's check this place out. Oh man, it's nice and cool in here. Okay, still going around. Gift store. Jiminy Christmas. I guess maybe we're going up above it or something. Next presentation will begin in 5 minutes. I'm assuming it's in this building. Right now we're just doing a whole bunch of circles. Jeez.
You want to reduce the CO2 buildup?
We need a better safety margin. The crew can tolerate a short-term increase, but...
Engineering? Morning, Betty. What, right now? Building 36?
I didn't even know there was a building 36. Must be important. Everyone's here. We got propulsion, aerothermal, flight dynamics.
Anyone know why you're here? For this.
Good morning. We're going to create America's next spacecraft. It's going to launch like a rocket and land like an airplane, and it's going to be reusable.
Can't do that with a rocket.
It's not a rocket, it's a shuttle.
Now it's time to go to the next step. Sketch pad to launch pad. Going to the moon was a camping trip. Now our job is to work and live in space. This vehicle has to do something that we have never done before. Perform 4 key tasks and be able to do them over and over again. There is nothing easy about putting a ship back up into space, let alone a whole fleet of ships. But first, let's talk about the launch. We have never designed engines and vehicles that can be reused. But we will, and once we're in orbit, we go to work. We want to take all kinds of cargo up there in addition to the people. Science labs, satellites, even the space station. And when all the work is done, we gotta bring everybody back home. All right now. Country's waiting. Let's build ourselves a space shuttle.
it's too heavy, but we're launching one spaceship on the back of an even bigger one.
What if we split the booster into its pieces? Rockets, fuel tank.
It's supposed to be reusable. How do we get all those parts home?
What if we just throw the fuel tank away?
We're writing all new processes, procedures, manuals. We've never had to reuse a ship before.
We're also going to have to build some really big garages.
Sir, what if she lands somewhere other than Florida? How does she get back here? It's a glider.
Buy her a plane ticket home.
Ablative heat shields are heavy, and they burn up on re-entry. We need a more reusable solution. Silica foam tires, thousands of them, fitted together in one lightweight, reusable heat shield.
Another holdup with the engines? Tell me some good news with the tiles.
The heat shield bond keeps failing. The tiles keep falling off.
So another delay. How long? How long?
1.5 to 2 years.
Well, this is going to be fun to tell my boss. Everybody get back to work.
How do you feel?
I'll let you know. When they come home.
The President's message is that you go forward this morning on a daring enterprise and you carry the hopes and prayers of all Americans with you. And astronaut John Young, the commander of the mission, replied, "That's a right fine speech. We sure appreciate it."
This launch of Columbia marks NASA's first manned test flight ever flown into space with people on board. After Friday's failed launch attempt, it does appear that the shuttle will take off as scheduled today. All morning, NASA spokesman Hugh Harris has repeatedly assured us that everything is going smoothly. Certainly those involved here today hope that continues.
Hey, I was expecting the ending to the movie. That's actually a pretty cool presentation. Look at that. Pretty dang impressive, and now we can't even go into space like this. Guess we hit you right on some private contractor crap. What'd you think?
Interesting.
Those are those tiles. See all those little squares there?
Yeah.
Those are those tiles that came off when, which one was it? The Challenger is the one that blew up going up. Shoot, I forgot the name of the one that was coming down. The tiles, they disintegrated. Coming back down. Because a bunch of the tiles came off in the heat and it burned the thing up and it blew up. God, what was the name of that one? Because Space Shark Challenger, that was 86. That's when I was learning, that one blew up taken off. This one that had a school teacher on it. Was it the Endeavor? I honestly, I'm brain cramping right now on which one it was. Wow. This one's the real deal. Holy cow.
When we came years ago, where's the deal?
Right there.
So what's the problem?
You got thrusters all over the side of it to control your yaw, pitch, and roll. Crazy. Man, they got all kinds of stuff around here about space shuttle stuff, so let me pause it right here and walk around a little bit. I also need to take some still photos because this is pretty cool. We'll catch up with you in a little bit. Here's a replica of the Hubble Space Telescope that they actually brought up into space. It's a big ass telescope. if I remember correctly, they brought it up there, launched it, got it all set up and everything, and found out it was blurry because the lenses in the telescope were ground wrong. And they had to come up with a retrofit. I don't know how much longer it was, but excuse me. They went back up there again and they did a retrofit. I think they put other lenses on top of the ones that were ground wrong, kind of like contacts. They put like a contact lens on top of the blurry lens to make it actually see correctly. And that whole thing they put inside the cargo bay here. If I remember right, once this guy's get into space, even if let's say they have nothing in it, once they get into space, I believe they had to open their cargo doors because just taking off and going through the atmosphere, it got so hot they actually had to open it up to let the heat out. I think I remember that from the 80s, watching a documentary on it. So that's why a lot of times when you see it floating around in space, the doors are actually open. And there's all the crew in there, goes in there. All right, looks like the next group is getting ready to come in pretty soon. So we're gonna keep on walking around and look at some more stuff, and we'll catch up with you in a little bit. Here's a mock-up of the cockpit. Obviously it's just split so you can get through it. Here you have the payload specialist. Looks out their rear windows there and runs the boom arm. Pilot and co-pilot controls. And this is where the payload specialist. Remember I was telling you, you look out the back of there, and this is where he's looking through to control the boom arm with his controls. That's kind of interesting. And that's where he'd look through. So right now we'd be in the cargo bay, and he'd be looking through there. The payload specialist running the boom. Where they come out of there, this is all at no atmosphere. They put on their suits and come out of there. Yeah, see those two little back windows right there?
Yes.
That's where the payload specialist, where we just were, is looking out,
okay,
running the controls for the boom. And here's the Hubble from up above here. And this is how the astronauts sleep. They get inside their little sleeping bag kind of thing, if you will. Anyway, they just Velcro themselves in, and so it keeps them from floating around. And they just sleep, because it ain't like they're laying down, and there's no gravity. They can get the portable DVD player. And here's their toilet. They go in there and they actually strap themselves in, or if you gotta go pee, that tube, put it where you know it needs to go. Whew. I think there was some directions here. Take a seat, activate the toilet controls. You have to strap in or you will float away. Use the camera, it's got a camera, so make sure you're centered so it goes straight into the toilet. Minor coaxing. You may have to do a little, what's that dance? To
facilitate this process.
Because there's no gravity wanting to help you.
Instead of water, a stream of air, like a vacuum, guides the waste to an airtight container. And then be careful, if you are off target, you will have quite a mess to clean up.
Their little kitchen or galley. Everything's like in tube and stuff so it doesn't float away.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, there we go. Beware of falling food.
Liquid salt and pepper.
Canned or dehydrated. Huh. So it was Columbia that blew up going up. That was that O-ring issue. And it was a Challenger. I said Endeavor. It was a Challenger that disintegrated coming back in through the atmosphere with the tiles. So these are all the astronauts that were on the Columbia that died. This was the astronauts from the Challenger. Different space shuttles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of them went to space. 6 was the Enterprise, which is the one I saw at the Smithsonian many years ago, but now it looks like they say it's in New York City. And it looks like I had it backwards. It was the Challenger is the one that had the O-ring problem that blew up on launch. So I think I had it backwards when I was talking earlier. The Columbia is the one the tiles came off of on re-entry. Yeah, I think I said that backwards a little earlier. All right, I think it's time to move on. This was actually kind of sad. Well, we're in a different part of the park, and I guess this is a mock-up of the one they're shooting for tomorrow. Boeing Starliner is actually going to launch people into space. According to what it says, they're shooting for it tomorrow. I said that they actually had the countdown going on, so this is the capsule for it. Didn't realize that we were actually going to put people in space again. Ever since they got rid of the shuttle, Obama did that, canceled the program, so we had to jump in and fly with the Russians just to get to the International Space Station because we couldn't even get up there. And then we took private people. That one back there is Branson's, what is it, Blue Horizon, Deep Blue Horizon, I think. That's his capsule over here. This one is Elon Musk's, what's this called? Oh, anyway, that's Elon Musk. That's one of his ones that they built. Actually went up to space. That actually resupplied the International Space Station. And the only one I guess here is not Bezos. So here is a mock-up from Lockheed Martin. That's the, whenever we were going to go back to the moon. I think it was Trump was trying to, Trump was trying to get us to go back to the moon. Anyway, this was going to be one of the parts of the orbiting station that was actually going to orbit around the moon. Living quarters and stuff. They just got a lot more displays in here. Head on up here. Do not know what that dude is. Haven't seen a placard yet, and I don't know what it is. Oh, SpaceX, that's it. Brain cramp, yeah, SpaceX. That one actually went up into space. Like I said, it did a resupply the International Space Station. Looks like he's got some chunks broken out of him over there. See his heat panels or ceramic type stuff that way?
Yeah.
That's heat panels. Well, we're going to go check out some more displays, and we'll get back with you in a little bit. All right. Well, we pretty much seen everything we wanted to see. Main thing was actually get to see the shuttle Atlantis, which was really cool. We went, did a couple tours here, the rockets and stuff. You can hear it in the background, which was some good history. I didn't feel like filming it because I didn't want to hold my camera for 20 minutes. But we got to see some good stuff. And we're going to call it quits, and we're going to head out and go find another adventure. Until the next time we see you on our adventure. Say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie.
Yeah, that's all, folks.